What's up, guys? I'm back again, and in today's video I'll be going over my Volcanic QuickDraw deck profile. So I really have been enjoying playing this deck in Edison format, and I wanted to at one point update my build because it was a lot different than this. It abused Road Warrior, which is not in this list anymore, to summon out Turbo Cannon or Turbo Rocket and then synchro off into a Turbo Cannon using stuff like Danny tokens or Love Leader. But I changed this list to make it more competitively viable and put in more defensive cards. And that's like the only problem I've been really having with this deck. Like if I don't draw like these like very few defensive cards I have in here, I kind of just like I'll witness it more, but here, yeah. If I don't draw them, it like I can just randomly die with this deck, which is like the only bad part. So starting off, we have double quick draw, double dandy, double debris, and the other mills are triple shell, one level leader. I decided to run level leader over Treeborn, as running the Blaze Accelerator means I'll always have like a spawn trap in play, so I can't really use Treeborn as well. Because I'm also really good at drawing this Volcanic Rocket, surprisingly. This card's also just really good. Shell really adds another layer to the deck, more consistency, more good mills, and with the Rocket Accelerator specifically, basically dark armed as well, which is really cool. Only 2 debris in this deck. I don't think like it's that insane. It can be awkward sometimes, but still being able to bring out a big body or being like a board nuke plus tokens with Black Rose is still very good. So still gotta run more than one of it. And you can always see it off like you mill it off a Raikou and go like Drill Warrior Red back, which is why there's so many monsters. Next on monsters, we have double Raikou, double Volcanic Rocket, one Super Nimble Mega Hamster, double Lone Fire Blossom, one Titanium Princess of Camellias, one Card Trooper, one Sangan, triple Caius, and one Gorus. It is kind of strange how there is 2 Raikou in this deck, which I don't know why I made this decision. It was mostly an unconscious decision I just didn't realize. But for space reasons, I'm just keeping it like this. You can potentially cut the Book of Moon, but this card has just been surprisingly good every time I see it. And 2 Raikou with the hamster and the charge has just felt like enough, surprisingly. I don't know why. And you can always cycle it back with Avarice as well. Definitely lessens the consistency of opening it, but it's been fine. But you can definitely just take out the Book of Moon or the Wind Blast, which I probably might do in the future. You don't need triple rocket in this deck. It doesn't synergize with like a couple cards here, like the debris or the quick draw, being able to like use in combination with those cards. But this is just kind of more of a standalone good card. It's essentially like it has the stats of Alias, and it's able to get a plus, which is really good, and just being able to run over like a bunch of guys, including Stratos. Hamster is still really good, really nice open, but don't want to really see this card that much, as it's a lot worse late game, which is another reason why there aren't as many flip monsters. Because like the popularity of being able to like Okaius or clear flip monsters before they resolve, because they can be kind of slow sometimes. Crazy enough, I decided to play the Lone Fire package with the Volcanics. It's just because I wanted better debris targets than just Dandy, Raikou, Trooper. Just felt like too little to me. And this package is still extremely strong. Like, even if you do draw the Titanium, you can still bring out a Dandy to work with your Debris, Quick Draw, or Caius, which is still strong. Card Trooper good at milling, trades into basically everything well that isn't like depressing exactly. And the Sangan is it accesses almost every good card in your deck, besides like Rocket, Gores, Caius. And for the spells, we have one Blaze Accelerator, one Brain Con, one Charge, one Foolish, Heavy MST, Triple Avarice, one Book of Moon. Sorry I have this kind of like disorganized, but just kind of have how I have the list. So the Blaze Accelerator in combination with the Shell, or even better, Rocket Search it and then have the Shell, it's like a Dark Arm play. Though it stops your battle phase, just being able to pop your guys like without committing to like attacking into a D prison mirror or mirror force just feels so good. And you're getting a bunch of pluses off your shells as well, and also sets up your graveyard for Avarice. BrainCon, this is a card that you could potentially not play, but I feel like with Caius, it's just too ridiculously strong. And there were a couple of other tributes, like I guess Titanial with like a couple of dandy tokens, Gores for the memes, and QuickDraw, which doesn't even seem that bad since you can go like tribute over their guy and sync with another dandy token you have. The Foolish get access to the dandies, even Shell as well to work with these cards. Heavy MST staples. 3 Avarice, don't play less of this. This card is insane. You always want to see it. Unless you're milling it, then it's kind of unfortunate, but it's so strong. You always want to see this card. 1 Book of Moon. It's just another card I just randomly threw in here. It's like it's very versatile. It doesn't lose to like some stuff like Decree, which has been also extremely popular. I don't think opponents would be running in Decree against you, but it also like blanks like Deep Prison and stuff like that. So it's also like it's just really versatile, which is like I like one in the main so much. I have double bottomless mirror, torrential, dust shoot, wingman blast. I decided to run at least one, as like there's a couple of things you want to discard, sets up your graveyard for Avarice at worst. And like don't really want to like play a lot of this card, as like it can be quite bad if you have too many. For the extra, double drill warrior, 1 turbo warrior, 1 junk archer, 1 nitro warrior, 1 junk warrior. It is kind of niche as it only works with like quick draw level leader exactly. Yeah, with those two exactly, but it still feels like kind of important just being able to make a guy. Like you're actually kind of free. And we have double Iron Chain. I don't know what you do run over the second one, as I haven't really seen this card come up much. I literally just cut it last minute, like cut the other card, which was a Road Warrior, as I realized it's not useful at all in here. So like if you find something better, you probably play it. 1 AFD, 1 Black Rose, double Stardust, 1 Ardian, double Chimera Tech. Ancient Fairy has actually felt pretty good. Like the targets in here can be like awkward sometimes to go into, even with options like Stardust and RDA, because like sometimes you just need that big guy to beat over your opponent's stuff, which RDA does. But like if you have like dandy tokens on the field, you don't really want to blow them up because there's no way you're attacking with them. So yeah, and like it can also like clear opposing tokens and stuff like that, which is like extremely strong. And its 3k attack allows you to get over a bunch of stuff. And then double Chimera Tech, as this deck does have a tough time with machine decks sometimes, especially that you can like get run down by Fortress, as there aren't many ways to deal with it cleanly besides like bottomless. For the side deck, we have double Cyber Dragon, double Vanity's Fiend, double DD Crow, 1 Raya, 1 Kaiku, 1 Twister, 1 Book of Moon, double Pulling the Rug, double Trapstun, 1 Compulse. So Cyber Dragon for those machine mashups, of course. And then the Vanity's Fiend, I just think it's better than Dyna, especially they have a bunch of free tributes in this deck. If I can run either Dyna or Vanity's Fiend, I'm probably running Vanity's Fiend. This is just the bigger guy, and it's just much harder to out like in the decks. Like opposing your opponents like have a tougher time adding this, except if it's like bottomless exactly, which is the thing that I think is quite interesting about Dyna, where it's like the only real upside besides like literally having the attack. And then the 2 Crow, still think it's a good card against a lot of stuff. Can stop miracles, can stop zombie plays, though that's declined. But like it's still good against like the like even hero beat, because you can like hit the hero blast, and that's pretty strong. And then 1 Ryo Kaiku. And just extra monsters inside that you can just put in sometimes. Aren't the greatest, but at least like stuff for Avarice. And stuff you can randomly mill, so you can just add it back off your Drill Warrior. And the Kaiku can be also pretty important, as it can stop opposing DD Crows, so that like your Debris Dragon plays resolve. And then the 1 Twister is is like being played over something like a My Body as a shield just because it costs much less. Because its primary purpose was just to stop royal oppression, which is can be a problem with this deck sometimes. But as I showed in yesterday's video, it isn't too bad as like I still won under against Blackwing. A bad matchup for this deck. And then we have another copy of Book of Moons in case it's needed. I'm not sure what exactly off the top of my head, but like it's still like a very versatile and good card. I love using it. And then Double Rug against Frogs, Diva Hero, stuff like that. And then Trapstone over something like Decree, which I actually probably should have. Like, I don't want to like commit to siding out a bunch of traps and then like be so weak to like dying, which is like already a problem in having. So Trapstone allows me to play very like hard into traps while like not being punished by them, but I also get to play this powerful back row as well. And also like I'm still playing Gores even with the Blaze Accelerator. Because like it's so strong not just not to. I probably should have mentioned that before, but yeah. And then the one compulse for like the synchro decks, like the Vayu Turbo and like Kling and Ab Zero, like cleanly. Besides having to like go -1 off like a Wing Blast. So yeah, that's the deck. I hope you enjoy. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you did. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.